After one of my last videos where I passed on some advice to some young men, I've decided to reach into my vast knowledge of and experience and pass on some advice to the young married guys. So I've been married 27 years, which when you reflect on it, if I'd committed murder, I'd be out by now, even without good behavior. This is a long time. So I don't know if you've noticed, but if you fix things for your wife, and you fix them fast enough, there's kind of an expectation that you're going to solve problems fast, and when you don't, there's a little bit of disappointment, and you end up with a honey-do list. So then along comes a moment, your wife starts talking about a relationship problem she has, and you think, wow, I got these relationship wrenches I use on my guy friends all the time. I could just fix this for her. Be about 10 seconds. She'll be impressed. And bam! You try it, and the next 10 minutes is a blur. You're left confused and in the doghouse. And all those fix-it skills no longer appreciated by your wife. So what happened? Well, let me tell you, as you get older, you realize you don't have any relationship wrenches that fix your wife's problems. Stick with real physical wrenches for real physical problems. Now, what happens when these situations come up and you can't avoid them? Well, I got a few tips for you. So the first technique I use a lot is selective hearing. And selective hearing requires you to be proactive. You have to be queuing up on certain things, like if your wife starts complaining about her family, her friends, your family, her appearance. These are key words to get in your preoccupied mode. So you grab your phone. If you don't have your phone, you grab junk mail, anything, and you get immersed in it. Because what is about to happen is you're going to get an offer to fix what looks like an offer to fix her problem, but it's really a setup. And you have to have plausible deniability that you ever heard the offer. Like, oh honey, I didn't hear what you said. I was checking to see if there's any deals at the grocery store this week. And I haven't been to the grocery store in like months, but it passes. And you might get a rant that, oh, you never listened to me. But at most 5 minutes, never ends you up in the doghouse, and that's a small price to pay. Now, sometimes you get caught off guard, unprepared, and wham, the offer to fix your problem is there. And she knows you heard it, you know you heard it, now what? Well, there's no real playbook for this situation. It's pretty much reactive. Try not to answer any questions, try to ask them instead. And it's good to practice developing some reactive skills. So I mountain bike. Ice hockey's good to practice avoiding those zingers. Dodgeball, because if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a relationship wrench that's coming back at you. To sum it up, you don't have any relationship tools to fix your wife's problems. Let her friends do that. Your job is to deflect. And selective hearing is a great tool. If that doesn't work, then prepare to duck, dip, dive, and dodge the oncoming zinger. Now, if this COVID thing ever ends, you can thank me when we meet up. Until then, I'll be in the doghouse.